I don't want to compare difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake. It's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat. But all kidding aside, I watched the firefighters, the way they responded. They made 2 firefighters. They're all crazy, thank God. They only were running into flames, tell other people. And they ran into flames, saved my wife, saved my family. Not a joke. The smoke, the firefighters, smoking so thick. And they ran into flames, saved my wife, and saved my family. Not a joke. The smoke, and the firefighters here can tell you, sometimes smoke is so thick from the windows out, it was that thick inside the home.
Highlights from the actual 2004 Associated Press report at the time of the fire are as follows. It was a, quote, small fire that was, quote, contained to the kitchen. Quote, no one was injured. Firefighters arrived to find heavy smoke coming from the house, but were able to keep the flames from spreading beyond the kitchen. Fire Company Chief George Lamborn. Luckily, we got it pretty early. The fire was under control in 20 minutes. Nothing about running in to save the wife, to even mention the damn cat and Corvette in the context of 115 people are dead with hundreds more missing, including children, is grossly insensitive. And he thinks he can get away with it by prefacing the remark with, I don't mean to compare tragedies, but I'm going to do exactly that. And
we were insured. We did not have any problem. But being out of our home for a better part of a year was difficult.
Okay, really?
I can only imagine what it's like to lose your home completely, burned to the ground, and more importantly, all the things that matter to you from that ring he gave you when you were 19 years old.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
And many of you have lost more than just that. Many of you have lost family, not even sure where some are. I've had a similar experience. I was a young senator being taken care of, not a joke, by Danny Inouye, who was my mentor. I was 29 years old. I wasn't old enough to be sworn in as a senator yet. And by the way, for 36 years, I was listed as the poorest man in Congress, so I didn't get there based on my income. In my short time here today is the courage, the community, the sense of togetherness you have. It's not an ordinary community. It's a community based on faith in one another. I've watched. I've had an opportunity to get to know your governor. I know your senators, know your folks. What they said about who you are is true. Well, I asked what the average age of the homes were that were in this community. They said close to 50 years. The shingles are changed. The way in which the glass and the windows are built. We're not going to build back for you. We're going to build back better. Better than you had. But what you want, what you need. I've been impressed how you look out for one another. Turn your pain into purpose. This town has stood because I just want you to know we really care. Not a joke. Not a joke.
You're a dumbass.